The Ninjago content creator space is absolutely bursting with fantastic people, everyone who has such an interesting insight to Ninjago in a lot of very different ways. And I've been around in the Ninjago community for a very long time, and I've seen so many different creators have such an interesting knowledge on the show, and I always wanted to see how they would do when you put that knowledge to the test. So I created the ultimate Ninjago quiz to test the knowledge of these 4 fantastic creators, and if you're not already aware of who they are, it is Professor Plastic, Krusty783, NinjaCole, and BendoBricks, 4 of the biggest names in the space, and they all graciously accepted my offer to take part. Honestly, all of them are legends, and I couldn't be more thankful for this. But like I said, I created this quiz with them in mind, so I pulled from the Ninjago show, the set, and the community in general to create 25 questions that was tailored for them, and honestly, I was very excited when I got the results of this quiz, and I think you will be interested in that as well. The other major thing is the fact that they were all given access to the ability to have hints. They were given 2 types of hints specifically. They were either given the ability to hear the answer of the previous person beforehand. In this case, NinjaCole was the first person I filmed with, so he actually pulled from a quiz from a friend of mine in real life. And then Plastic was able to pull on NinjaCole's, and then Krusty was able to pull on Plastic's, and Bendo was able to pull on Krusty's. So all of them did have access to the other person's quiz if they wanted it. They were also then allowed just a general hint or to know if they were on, generally speaking, the correct track when it came to their answer, and they all pulled on it on varying levels, and honestly it did make for some interesting ideas from those hints. The winner of this quiz will receive any sort of wish I can grant within my limited capacity, but in reality this was all just for fun, and honestly it was an extremely fun time, and if you guys do like this I will definitely be making another one. Although you will notice that there is a particular person missing at the minute when it comes to this video. More on that later, but let me not waste any more of your time, and let's go to the contestants of the quiz. Hello BendoBricks, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So hello NinjaCole, how are you today?
Hello. You're pretending like we didn't just talk for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes?
Alright, I see how it is. So hello Professor Plastic, how are you today?
I'm good, Weavy. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Have you seen this quiz at all before you have done the filming?
I haven't, no. I'm looking at it now. I can see Weavy's Ninjago YouTuber quiz, and the caption you might have put there, which is how many tickles does it take to tickle a squid? Tentacles, so... I don't know if you put that there or not.
Have you seen this quiz before?
I have not, no.
Okay, cool. So, I've asked this to everyone else so far. Have you seen this quiz before?
I have not.
Okay. And do you
I've not seen anything.
Are you feeling confident at all today, or no?
I'm not feeling as confident as I would hope, you know. My memory tends to fail me sometimes, so we'll see how this goes. But I'm optimistic a little bit.
So in terms of timeline, you're the last person I'm filming with. Do you think everyone else has done well?
I have a feeling that they've done better than I'm about to do.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't seen anything, so I really don't know how hard the quiz is gonna be.
How well do you reckon you're gonna do? Do you reckon you'll do well at all, or do you reckon you'll?
I am very nervous because I have not watched the original show in a very long time. Since Dragons Rising came out. So I am, and I don't browse the wiki. I don't look up a wiki ever. So I'm probably not going to do very well.
So there was definitely varying levels of confidence between all of the 4 creators, and I do think that was very interesting to note. Obviously, I didn't capture NinjaCole or Krusty's reaction to their confidence, but they were both honestly in varying qualities. But honestly, this definitely led me to feel more interested when it came to the quiz. So let's start with question 1.
So let's start off simple. Question 1, what is Cole's favorite color? I gotta admit, you know, because I obviously just saw this and I'm like, uh-oh. But no, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's orange.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
This is already one that I'm like, okay, I really gotta reach because I don't remember him ever stating it.
Right, okay. I'm gonna be honest. It could be orange. Because I think... Right, no, because here's the thing. In Crystallized, they're in the vehicle. He's like, "Oh, I like black." He likes it, but is it his favorite? That's the thing. Okay.
Okay.
Because you think, oh, it's black, right? Because but
It could be black.
I'm thinking it's gotta be. It can't just be that, right? They wouldn't. The writers wouldn't do that. That's too obvious.
Okay.
I want to say orange, because orange is like his main secondary. It seems a lot of the time, at least nowadays. I know they used gray for a long time too.
I'm gonna say orange because I think there's some Doc tweet where he says orange is Cole's favorite color.
I think I'm gonna say orange.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb on this one. This one's more of like a guess. I don't really have any reasoning besides I feel like black is too obvious. Gray and brown don't really seem like extravagant enough to be like his favorite color, though I could definitely see Cole maybe liking gray.
Okay. I mean,
but
he does use a very nice
now I
shade
think
of gray.
about it. Now that I think about it. Wait a second.
Oh.
Did he not? Was there not a scene in Crystallized where Kai made they made the vehicles all black, and then Cole was like, "Oh, that's my favorite." Okay, now that I remember that scene, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go for it. We're gonna see.
The answer to this was actually orange. It's been confirmed via the official website that it is Cole's favorite color, and they've been trying their best to reflect it within the actual suits themselves. They were correct about the actual black comment in Crystallized, but it's not officially stated as his favorite color.
Question 2. Now that we're warmed up, who destroyed the south wing of a monster of ninjas? You see, this is a Dragon's Rising question, so I know this one. It's Jay.
Okay.
Jay, I remember. Immediately, I remember.
Okay.
Because I remember it's like, what was it? Like, Jay destroyed the south wing. We don't have a south wing. Not after Jay messed it up or whatever.
Now I remember that. That was Jay. I remember that. I've seen Dragon's Rising season 1 like a billion times. I remember the dialogue.
Honestly, I was expecting them all to get this one, but not really this quickly. I was just a bit shocked by the fact that they all did get it just like that. Turns out Dragon's Rising knowledge is just really good when it comes to these guys. But I will say, and I do point this out to them, they also do reference this in Seabound, and I did find that interesting, and that was mostly the reason why I did include this question. But yeah, they all swept this one. I wasn't really shocked.
Question 3. In Season 8, what tool did Master Wu pass to Jay?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't remember. Right. So I'm pretty sure this is the scene whenever they're on, like, so this is when they're trapped on the island, wherever, I think, wherever island they were.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, so this is like right before the reveal. It's like, that's Master Wu.
Yeah,
Process of elimination. I'm going to be doing this a lot.
Okay.
It wasn't a hammer, because you wouldn't give a baby a hammer. They're heavy.
Would you give a baby
any
tool?
Yes, but I would. There's a few.
Okay.
You must train the child in strength.
Okay, this was when he was a baby, right?
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure it was the pliers.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I remember it being the pliers.
For some reason, I'm like imagining a wrench, but like that's not on here. So like that's not. I'm like playing the scene back in my head.
So it's pliers or screwdriver.
But which
I'm gonna say pliers, right? Because pass the pliers rolls off the tongue a lot easier than pass the screwdriver.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say pliers.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I think it was a hammer. I think it was.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
Right.
Okay.
I don't like your tone of voice, man. I don't like that.
Ooh,
Or
okay,
wait, hold on. Wait. I'm playing it again. See, now I don't want to change it because I'm afraid I'm wrong. But like, I feel like it might have been pliers.
Okay.
I'm
Ooh,
thinking.
well, I mean, it's certainly one of those 4 answers.
Yeah. No, I assume you wouldn't be that.
I was gonna say that's a good idea in retrospect, wasn't it? If I just put like a really weird question with no right answer.
That would be mean.
But is it Hammer or Pliers?
I'm gonna switch over to Pliers. I think it's Pliers. I
Okay,
hope it's
okay.
Pliers. Okay.
Honestly, in a very lucky sense for NinjaCole, he actually did change the answer to the correct one at the very last minute. It is actually pliers, and all of the ninja do go through the motion of asking for the pliers at the same time. And like they said, Wu does eventually pass it off and then drink tea, and it leads to the big reveal that it is Wu. Honestly, fair play to NinjaCole for sniping that at the very last second, because I was convinced he was going for a hammer.
All right, question 4. Ninjago has one instance showing blood, but who was shown with the blood on them?
This has been a question that has gone to everyone so far.
Oh. So, okay, first of all, I didn't know there was blood in this show.
It's only once.
I thought this was a TV7 show for children and parents alike. I am deeply offended that they had the gall to put blood in my Lego show.
It is subtle. It is subtle. I'll give you that.
I want to. Not Lloyd. I don't think so.
Okay.
Ed and Edna. Ed and Edna. That's a little. That's a little random.
Okay.
Ray and Maya. That could be.
I'm trying to remember when this was, because I feel like I know this is true, but I don't know. Like, this is something I feel like I should have remembered. 'Cause that seems like kind of a big deal for this show.
It's not Ed and Edna.
Okay.
Because they are very rarely in any danger. I think the only... No, it is Ed and Edna, because in season 1 they were bitten by the Fangpire.
Is that when there was blood though?
I want to hit real quick. And I want to know.
Okay. Do you want either the answer the person before you gave, or do you want the answer, like, do you want me to let you know if you're on the right track?
Well, I'm the first person, right? So. Oh well, I guess
I've got previous
person,
answers. Right? I've got previous answers.
Oh. Okay. What was my other option other than that?
So you've had a line of thought. I'll let you know if you're on the right track.
Okay.
Because you. Like
go ahead and tell me. Yeah, go ahead and tell me the whether I'm on the line of thought. Whatever.
So far you've homed in seemingly on like maybe like Harumi or like Ray and Maya, for example. I would say you aren't on the right track.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I feel like it's an old era episode. I don't think it's recent, especially given the choices here. Like, obviously none of these characters besides Ray and Maya and like Seabound. But I don't think Seabound, I feel like I would have picked up on that. Yeah. I don't know when that would have happened. It's got to be like, I'm thinking Oni trilogy, or like if it's Ed and Edna, then like season 1, there was a weird instance of it.
Okay.
But I don't know. Everyone, the Oni trilogy is like the dark seasons, so that would be the one to have blood in it out of all of them. But season 1 also gives me the vibe of, well, they would have just thrown this in, and it's just a small little detail.
I'm gonna say Ed and Edna because I don't think it was Lloyd or Harumi who have bled.
Okay.
And if Lloyd did bleed, it would probably be Green with his stupid life powers.
I feel like if they were gonna do one instance, it has to be Lloyd. Okay. But I maybe see like a thing of like Ed and Edna like in the background, like blurry in the background. Like maybe that's like because you said like it doesn't draw attention to it.
Because I'm stumped on this one, I'm just gonna go with statistics here. Lloyd has the most screen time out of any of these characters, so statistically, he has the highest chance of this being the case.
He's had the most damage done to him, so it makes sense.
Though I will say, I do, if I may use a hint, I would love to know what Krusty's answer to this one was.
Okay. So Krusty's answer was Ed and Edna.
Like I said, Lloyd feels correct, but I don't know. And then it feels a little random. Like it feels like that could be. Lloyd, but no, I feel like it had to be Lloyd. It had to be Lloyd, right?
Lloyd's
that would make sense.
Been in some situations that involves
right. That's when I'm like, I think it's Lloyd. I think I have to say it's Lloyd.
Okay.
I don't know when. I feel like it had to be either like Sons of Garmadon, maybe Crystallized. I don't know. Like it had to be a big season like that. Okay. I think.
maybe it's like an Oni blood thing. I don't know.
Krusty's seething right now. You don't trust Krusty?
We'll see what happens. He very well may be correct, but I gotta go with statistics here.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. So this is actually officially the point in time where the answers started to differ, because 50% of them went with Ed and Edna, and the other 50% went with Lloyd. But the answer is Ed and Edna. It is from the episode where they got bitten by the vampire in Season 1. It is very subtle, but it is definitely there. But unfortunately, NinjaCole and BendoBricks now are officially a point down in comparison to Plastic and Krusty. So, where do things go from here? Honestly, you'll be surprised.
Question 5. Which of these was not a villain guess made by the commissioner? I know this one because it's a very funny scene. Oh, wait. Do I?
Okay, I remember indomitable flesh-eating zombies.
Okay.
Subterranean mutant insects. I think so. Robot pirates and indomitable flesh-eating zombie. Though it's definitely they definitely did say that. I remember that.
Okay.
Microscopic flying snakes or subterranean mutant insects. Subterranean mutant insects sounds correct. Microscopic flying snakes.
I mean, the sea
I'm gonna
has
say
been attacked by a lot of snakes.
correct, but you could be throwing me off.
That's true. That is very true.
Okay, so we have robot pirates, microscopic flying snakes, subterranean mutant insects, indomitable flesh-eating zombies. I feel like I remember that one.
It's very specific.
But
I feel like they all are.
Microscopic. These are odd things. I don't.
He's a creative man. Clearly, the commissioner's got.
He is very creative. He should be working for Lego. He should be giving them ideas for
the
new
commissioner's
seasons.
just on the team.
Yeah.
I know indomitable flesh-eating zombies and subterranean mutant insects are things he says in Season 8.
Okay.
I reckon he didn't say microscopic flying snakes.
You sure? I mean, Ninjago does have a snake problem.
Pretty sure. For a trash bag into space. Okay, but I think it is microscopic flying snakes. Because they would, I don't think they would put the word microscopic in Ninjago. They wouldn't do that for to the children.
I'm gonna say I can hear in the back of my brain subterranean mutant insects. So I'm gonna go with my gut and I'm gonna say microscopic flying snakes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna say I don't remember the microscopic flying snakes.
Okay.
That seems like the one that stands out a little bit, but I'm not so sure on that one.
It's feeling like the outlier, is it?
Yeah, a little
Okay,
bit,
okay.
but that's all I got for that one.
No, that's good. That's good. In the end, everyone did actually end up deciphering the fact that I just made up microscopic flying snakes. It was mainly just for the fact that I wanted it to sound like something that the commissioner would have said in Season 8. But ultimately, it just never really went that way, unfortunately. But Krusty did actually get that one incorrect. He did go with robot pirates because he did forget about the Season 11 scene. So, Krusty was the only outlier for this question. But again, more on Krusty later. Stay tuned for him.
Question 6. How many disguises do we see Mistake use during Season 9? Wow, that's specific. All right, so let me think here.
This is the sky. I'm not counting Mustake's true form, which I consider to be Oni and the old lady. Those are not disguises.
So the old lady doesn't count.
No, old lady does not count. I consider old lady her true form along with Oni.
Along with Oni. Okay.
Right, so there is... I know there's Harumi.
Okay.
The rat.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
and that's
okay.
it.
I've hit a snag.
In that case, we have the rat, obviously.
Okay.
That's the iconic one. But I'm kind of struggling to think of any more than that, actually. She had the rat, but she also disguised herself as Harumi.
Okay.
When they were infiltrating, so that Skylar could get Garbodon's powers.
Okay.
And I don't remember any more, so I think I'm just gonna go with 2 because I'm thinking other characters. I don't think she disguised herself as any of the other sons of Garmadon.
Because
I'm gonna say just the 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna say just the 2, and I'm hoping I'm not forgetting any. I guess we'll find out.
It's a solid answer.
Oh yeah, I remember the
Anytime she
rat.
transforms.
Then there can't be that many, right? Because If I can't remember that many, then it can't be that many. Because, like, again, I remember the rat.
It's
Oh, Harumi counts. I guess Harumi would count. Yes,
Yeah.
so too. When she plays Harumi.
Except there actually are 3 disguises because she pretends to be Wu at one point.
okay.
So I'm gonna lock my answer in as 3.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh! I got it. She transformed into Skylar like right afterwards because it's Trip Off Garmadon. I remember that. It just came into my head as well. Okay, so that's 3. There could be one more time, but like I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Okay.
I mean, just thinking about the whole Skylar thing, like, I'm gonna say 3. I'm locking it in.
Okay,
that's
3.
3.
Okay.
I'm locking it in.
But in the end, actually none of them got that question correct. This is the first instance where I managed to get all of them to the wrong answer. And honestly, I was a bit shocked by this. They all had similar answers, they all had similar names, apart from one of them. The answer is actually 4, but I did tell myself that if any of them guessed 5, I would give them the point, because there is a bonus, and some of them actually did get that bonus. The 4 that I was thinking of was always the Rat, Skylar, Harumi, and Lloyd. No one remembered Lloyd being at the harbour actually being Mistake, which honestly was very interesting to actually see. And the bonus was always Wu. I never considered it a disguise because in the end, she was actually just showing it as an example. But in the end, no one ended up getting it correct. And that was honestly the biggest shock for me of all.
Question 7. In March of the Oni, we see multiple realms attacked by the Oni, but which of these realms was only shown in the trailer? Oh.
Yeah. This is the level.
Oh.
This is the level.
Oh, we're stooping to the Ninjago trailers, are we?
Oh no.
This is
I know the wildness, right? That's Chima.
yeah.
And at least in the context of
Yes, yeah.
that episode, it would have been Chima.
Yeah, Wildness and Chima are hand in hand.
I remember the first realm, obviously.
Yeah.
The underworld, I remember. I'm not sure I remember the realm of madness, but I'm also not confident that I remember Chima being there either.
The Underworld, Realm of Madness, First Realm, Wildness. Okay, I don't think Wildness existed before Dragon's Rising. I don't think so.
I mean, it's technically Chima. It depends
yeah,
if
that's
you
right.
class Chima as, like, I know a lot of people still refer to the Wildness as Chima.
The Underworld does make sense, though.
Okay.
That makes sense to me. Like, I feel like that's something that they would slip in the trailer.
First realm was in the show. We see the first realm in the show. It won't be wildness either. I don't think it's going to be the wildness because no, okay, can't deselect that. It won't be wildness because as Dragon's Rising has shown, they would rather die than give us any Chima content in the show.
But did they use it to, like,
wait.
for nostalgia?
Nah. Because speaking of nostalgia, I think it was the Underworld. I think I do remember a shot of the Underworld in the March of the Only trailer.
Okay. Okay.
As I'm locking it in as Underworld.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like I don't think Chima ever would have appeared. Because I remember people were joking about it at the time. They were like, oh, this must be like if it took over all the realms and Chima is dead, let's go. But I don't think it was actually shown. People just like, it's just implied that it was part of that because it's one of the realms.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to say Realm of Madness. That makes sense to me because I don't remember it. I definitely remember the Underworld in the first realm. I think this is something that very well could have made the cut.
Okay.
But just didn't for whatever reason. That makes sense to me.
Okay.
Because, like, I'm thinking, like, the Underworld would kind of make sense.
Okay.
But, like, reusing a shot from Chima, that could make sense. Because, like, what if...
It would bait people in.
What if they're trying to pass... What if they were trying to pass it off as something else, but, like, it was from Chima? That's what I'm trying to think here. I might be overthinking the question, but that's what I'm thinking.
Interestingly, that trailer actually has 2 realms that are specifically only shown in the trailer, and the other one is Cloud Kingdom, and it's hilarious because it really solidified the used footage thing because it shows Joe that ghost flying ship that Morrow used in season 5.
Yes, I think I remember.
It just shows that ship in the trailer. It's just the Cloud Kingdom with that ship flying through. It's really weird.
It is. Oh. That's a big hint. Because no, I remember that ship going through the underworld. So I'm locking that in. You pretty much just gave it away for me. Like, I mean, unless that's like wrong,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure it's not because I remember the shot of like the ship. Well, the ship isn't in there, but I don't know if that ship was there actually. Now that I think about it.
What if I'm baiting you?
Yeah, but you probably are. Huh? It's like,
What if I'm baiting you?
I feel like it has to be the end. What? But no, that. I feel like it has to be the underworld because that would also because I could see that also them also throwing that in as like a little bit of fan service because that was the 100th episode and like they were trying to celebrate that.
Okay.
I'm gonna lock it in. The underworld is my final answer. I'm locking that in.
Okay.
Locking it in. Okay.
In the end, the only person who did get the question wrong was BendoBricks. Of course, he did say the Realm of Madness, and it's an understandable mistake because the Realm of Madness was completely absent from March of the Oni. So, because he was unfamiliar with the trailer, it makes sense that he did come to that conclusion. But the rest did actually go for the Underworld, which was the correct answer. And it was Krusty in particular who was the most confident. I really wish I had the footage. I think he answered it in about 15 seconds. But again, I'm really dangling this whole where is Krusty thing over your head. I promise you're gonna get an explanation very soon.
Question 8. How many hours of exploration is required to join the Explorers Club? 1,000 hours, 5,000 hours, 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours.
They're horrible.
Oh,
You know?
jeez.
I-
I'm gonna say 20,000 seems like too much. 1,000 seems like too little.
I'm not joking. Krusty, one of his bases for this question was, I have more hours in Minecraft than that. So he was like, it can't be 1,000. I was like, fair enough.
See, this one's easy for me. I know this one's 10,000 hours.
Oh yeah. Well, this was
Don't-
a season 11 question for you. I did that.
Yeah, season 11. Don't test me. I'm
was gonna
too
say.
good.
You're locked in on season 11 knowledge.
I'm gonna say 5,000.
Ooh. That's a lot of hours.
I feel like it has to be an even number as well. Like, cause like I'm thinking like 10,000 hours. That's a very even number.
Okay.
I feel like 1,000 hours could be, but I feel like that's too short. I feel like that's too short of like a number. I'm gonna go with 10,000. I think 10,000 is a good answer.
right.
I think so.
Yeah, 1,000 hours really isn't that much
Okay.
in terms of like. I mean, it is for being an explorer. I will say that is a lot of exploring.
Is-
But Krusty kind of has a point, you know. If you think about it over the span of multiple years, which I'm sure they've been doing this for,
I just want to know how they catalog it.
I would love to know. It's probably not very accurate given their presentations, especially Clutch Powers.
I was gonna say Clutch I feel like is such an anomaly with the Explorers Club.
He definitely lies on the hour reports.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I was out for 5 hours, I make it 10. It's just fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna go with 10,000 hours. I'm just gonna go on a limb. That seems like a funny number that they would pick.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, if I was writing that joke, I'd make it like 10,000.
And BendoBricks, you were in fact correct, my friend. The answer was 10,000, and everyone got that one correct. Honestly, Season 11 prevails once more. I wonder how they were documenting Clutch Powers as hours. But yeah, it was 10,000, nice, simple, and to the point. Let's get to the next one.
Question 9. When Master Wu asks the ninja, what is the best way to defeat your enemy? Who answers Tornado of Creation? Okay, because I remember this, obviously, because like, because that's when they get in trouble and they're like, until you can solve this riddle, what is the best way to defeat your enemy?
Ooh.
Yes, this is a hard one. So hard. I actually had to rewatch the episode just before we got onto this call.
Oh, that's a good idea. I should pull up the episode.
Hey,
right now and
hey,
give myself an
hey, now. Do you
Man,
remember
I
this?
remember the scene. Yeah, I remember the scene. I think Cole. It was either Cole or Kai. Maybe, probably Kai. He was like, "You fight him. Obviously, you got to defeat him.
Okay.
Right? Best way to defeat your enemy. You know, combat. Tornado of Creation. I have like a weird. I'm trying to like go through my memory, and I can only imagine it. I can imagine it in like Kirby Morrow's voice.
I feel like maybe Cole. Because like I'm thinking, like I think Kai said something first. Because I think the answers get like more drastic. So it's like Kai has like I think it's like, you know, fist and like No, I think it's like Kai says something like, "Oh, with your fist" or whatever. Like
Okay.
I think like a basic answer, and then Cole says like spinjitzu, and then maybe Jay says tornado creation. Because the thing is like I'm kind of remembering the scene again, and I think they're kind of talking at like the same time. Like obviously there's like a little bit of a delay, but like they're kind of talking over each other like a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, for this question, I've had a bit of time to think of a background in mind. I'm gonna say it was Kai.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Not many of the things I say do, so consider yourself lucky, really.
What did Zane say? I feel like Zane said.
If I
Did
give
Zane
you-
even talk in that scene?
Yeah, they all give an answer. I can.
Okay, they all give an answer.
If you do want a hint, I will give you every single answer they say. I just want to tell you who said
That
it.
would be great because now I'm just curious if anything.
So every single answer that is said is obviously tornado creation. Someone just says spinjitzu. Someone says
That's definitely
sword,
Kai.
and someone
might be-
says
actually, no, that's Kai.
fists.
Okay, so 3 of them just straight up go to beating them up.
I mean, all of them technically go to beating them up. I mean,
Yeah,
you only got
the tornado
atomized
creation
by that
is-
tornado.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I feel like Kai is the one that says sword. Cole is the one that says fist. Zane is the one that's now making me second guess because he just seems like mostly would be have the most pacifist answer, and I feel like Tornado of Creation is the most pacifist answer depending on the context of how it's used.
I was gonna say because I mean, spinjitzu could be used passively. I mean,
And now
fist
I've-
not so. I mean, sword is the only like surefire. You're gonna die kind of answer.
Yeah, but still.
This
Cause
is the game of trust issues. I'm doing it again.
Because now I'm imagining the scene in my head of like Kai jumps out, like Kai, Cole, Jay, they all jump out, say it, and then I feel like Zane's questioningly is like Tornado of Creation. I'm gonna say Zane. I'm gonna go on a limb. I think it might be Zane.
All right, I'm gonna use. All right, should I use a hint? Because like I'm trying. I know there's like technically not a limit on the hints, but like I'm trying not to use them because
Okay.
like content. But all right, I want to use the other hint. Like, what did the person answer before?
The person who answered this beforehand said Jay.
Okay,
That was.
I feel
their
like
answer.
Jay. I'm gonna follow that person's answer.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna say Jay. I for some reason want to say Zane, but I don't think that's a Zane like answer. It could be, but like I don't know, just doesn't feel right.
Okay.
I think Jay sounds because I was kind of leaning towards Jay. Like I'm not using your hint. Like I'm not saying like, oh, once you said Jay, I was kind of leaning towards it.
Unfortunately, though, for NinjaCole, that hint did actually throw him off of the correct answer. It was Zane who said Tornado of Creation. Kai says sword, Jay says fists, Cole says pinjitzu, and Zane finishes it off with the tornado. Unfortunately, the hint honestly didn't really work in his favor that time, and in the end, half of them got it wrong, and 2 of them did get it correct. So, it was a bit more of a mixed bag this time, and honestly, it just makes things more interesting.
Question 10. Which of these characters is not playable in Shadow of Ronin?
Go it, game.
So I've only played like the first 2 hours of Shadow of Ronin. I think on a stream.
Really?
Maybe it's like I think I did 2 streams of it, so maybe it's like the first 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't remember.
I 100%ed the game, like, near enough as soon as it came out.
I will say, actually, fun little trivia. I was gonna post this on Twitter, but I didn't. Recently, I went to like a retro games convention. And I actually found and bought for $5 a Japanese copy of Shadow of Ronin,
That's cool.
full like box and everything.
Oh, that's
I'll have to take a
nice.
picture of it.
I was gonna say, I'd be curious to see that.
All right, this is a very jerk question to me
I was gonna say,
because
there's recency
technically,
bias here.
no, I have not played this game. Technically, I should have because I was gonna make a video on Ninjago Nindroids and then play this game, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Oh,
So this is a jerk question for me.
I added this question thinking it was a very NinjaCole question. This question's in
No.
here for like each of you. Oh, this is harsh.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
Um,
This was meant to be a NinjaCole question. He didn't know the answer.
right, because he did that Shadow of Ronin
I thought you already
stream,
played
didn't
it.
he? I am going to take. I haven't played Shadow of Ronin in a very long time.
Good game.
Mindroid, I feel like I remember being playable.
Okay.
Klaus.
Feels like a no-brainer.
I feel like I can imagine like his little character portrait. That seems like a character they'd add. Because that game has like a lot of characters. I remember.
It's a very
Like,
diverse
especially
cast.
post game.
Sorry, so Klaus, Mindroid, Whiplash, Spitta. All right. I actually don't remember who Whiplash is.
He's a Skulkin. He's one of the Skulkin generals.
Got it. Obviously, I know who Klaus is. Mini Droid.
Yeah.
Um,
And Spitter is
yeah, Spitta. That's like a random snake. I don't think that's like, or is that like the commander for the spitter ones? I forgot their name. Like the one that spit the toxic venom.
He's like,
I forgot their name.
He's like one below Acidicus. As far as I'm aware, he's like Acidicus is like right hand.
Yeah, gotcha.
See, I played Big Zane. He was my main, I guess.
That's fair. That is fair.
Because I liked the pink tornado. I thought it was I like Pink Ninja a lot. I am going to. Ooh, okay. Thing is, I know they put a lot of like random villains into it, so I'm going to take a guess and say they didn't put Klaus in because I don't remember any magic mechanics with that game.
It's one of these two. I'm gonna ask what Krusty picked. I'm just gonna go with.
Okay.
Because he definitely. I feel like he picked one of these two.
Krusty picked Whiplash.
Okay, I'm gonna place my bets on Krusty there.
Okay.
We're going down. We're sinking in the ship together. We get this wrong
I'm gonna like cut to
because
Krusty down
it's just a coin flip between these two for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about this from a game developer's perspective. Klaus is a given. I feel like they have to put Klaus in there. That makes most sense because it is based off season 4. Well, it's like between season 4 and 5.
Okay.
Mini Droid or Min Droid. That's so weird. Like, why did they like? I like the fact that they call him Min Droid in Ninjago Nintroids is so weird because like I never got that. That's such a weird like small change.
I think it was specifically just to like make him more memorable, maybe, or maybe just to make his name flow. Like Mindroid sounds more off the tongue than Mini Droid.
Got it. All right. So Whiplash, like you said, that's the skeleton, and then Spitta. I think Whiplash is a good answer because, like I said, I don't think Whiplash is in Ninjroids. I don't think so. Like I said, I haven't 100% of the game, so I'm not 1000% sure.
Okay.
But I feel like Klaus has to be in the game because, like I said, like it's Chen and Klaus. Mindroid, probably. Because they poured him over from Ninjroids. Spitta also, because I'm pretty sure Spitta is also there too.
Okay.
But Whiplash I don't think is in the game. So
okay. I like the
I'm gonna say
Whiplash.
Whiplash. Yeah. I'm gonna say Whiplash. I'm locking it in. I'm not even gonna ask you for the hint because, like I said, I'm trying not to use it.
Unfortunately for everyone but Professor Plastic, everyone ended up on the wrong answer. They all actually answered Whiplash, whereas Professor Plastic correctly deducted that there was no Klaus. Honestly, that is a very weird one to acknowledge because it is a Season 4/Season 5 game. Honestly, Klaus should have been in that game, but it wasn't. So fair play, Professor Plastic, you did decipher that one.
Okay, Quest 11's actually quite easy. I know this one.
Yeah.
What is the name of the rat Python Professor told into elements? I really like that you put Remy as an option because he's the rat from Ratatouille. I really like that you did that. It's quite good.
I'm a Pixar fan for life.
I can't say I'm a massive Pixar fan, but I do like a lot of their movies.
Ratatouille's just really good though.
Ratatouille is great.
But is it?
But
Are you sure it's not Remy?
Nice, Rodrigo.
Ah, okay.
Rodrigo! Run,
okay.
Rodrigo! Yeah, I remember that.
That is Rodrigo.
Yeah.
That is Rodrigo. That, without a doubt in my mind, that rat is iconic.
Man. And iconic it very much is. I very much should have expected such a reaction to it because they all got the answer instantly, and that is why I'm back to my voiceover. So, everyone guessed it completely perfectly. This honestly was probably a bit too easy of a question, but fair play to everyone for remembering the rat.
Questions? Well, I don't even need to talk about that. I know for a fact because I remember that scene. Run, Rodrigo! I quote that. That is a vocal stem of mine. I remember that. You earned it. All right. Which season holds the first instant of Zane stating he loves Pixel?
you've targeted me with this question. The haters are out to sabotage my operations with this one.
But do you know the answer?
No. I hate
Yes!
I hate Pixade so much.
This was a you question.
I feel like it's an 11-minute era season.
You think? It's a long time to go without telling some of the.
It is, but like, I mean, when it comes to Ninjago,
Yeah.
it's definitely not season 6 because she was still like in his head, and I don't.
He did lose.
I mean, maybe it was just like a throwaway, like one-off thing.
Okay.
Like you could definitely still say it in that context, but I don't think so. Season 8, they didn't have that much of an interaction besides that one scene when she had just been revealed to be Samurai X.
I was gonna say it is a very important scene though.
It is a very important scene, but I don't think he ever stated that he loves her in that scene. Well,
Okay.
I don't think season 6. I don't think so.
Okay.
Season 8. Season 8, you do have that scene with Zane and Pixel in the Destiny's Bounty because they're like, would I be more useful in your head or whatever? And it's like, I'm pretty sure he would say I love you then.
Okay.
But like I may be misremembering.
It's an emotional scene. It's a very emotional scene.
It's a very emotional scene. Mhm. And then season 11, I don't remember them having like a really, really emotional moment. I don't think so. And then season 12, my heart did not reveal that. Every part of me is annoyed. Oh, but wait. Oh, could that count though? Because he says like, even though her face didn't show it, she loved my knack for detectivesy or whatever he said.
Okay.
That could count. That could count. I'm between season 8 through 12 here.
Let's be for real. Wasn't season 6. Zane still had Pixel in his head 2 seasons after the fact of Tournament of Elements. He absolutely must have hated her to still have her up in his head.
But he lost.
So it wasn't season 6. Yeah, but it doesn't say I love you.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Alright.
Throw a trash bag into space.
Alright.
Okay. Season 8, I think, is likely. But I don't think he outright says it.
I guess I could use like the "Am I on the right track?" hint, right, with season 11.
Okay. Is
Is that a fair?
Is it between
hint
like
usage?
season 11 and season 12?
Basically, I'm in the 11-minute era.
Then you're on the right track.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna say season 11 because that seems like that would have happened at least as like maybe they threw it in as like a one-off thing or like maybe it had to do with the Ice Emperor stuff. Yes. Okay. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about the Ice chapter being a part of season 11. It was definitely in season 11 because of the tape that he records when he thinks he's gonna like die in the Never Realm.
No comment.
So there we go. I'm locking it in.
But I feel like season 8 makes the most sense. I feel like
She does become her own body again.
right. And it's like that would be a good time
It's a
to
great
like say
time.
that. Yeah. I think I'm locking in season 8. I think I'm gonna lock that in. I'm locking it in.
Okay.
Locking it. Like not doing.
I think it's season 12. I'm locking my answer as season 12
Okay.
because I don't think he says it in 11. I can't think of any points in season 11 where he would say I love you to Pixel.
Okay. Interesting.
Wait, okay. But then again, say he says he loves. He doesn't. You say states he loves Pixel, but he doesn't say I love you. So it could be he says like refers to Pixel as my love or something. I'm gonna keep my guess of season 12
Okay.
because I can't think of. I think if it was in season 11, I would know.
Okay.
You know, I've got that crusty clone brain rot like that.
At this point, we're officially halfway through when it comes to all of their quizzes, and honestly, by this point, I was very much intrigued on where it was going to go from here. All of them were getting good amounts of questions correct, but they were also all getting questions wrong in some way, shape, or form. They were all, honestly, relatively close together by this point in time, and for anyone who is keeping track of the score, I think that does reflect in those answers. For fun, I did then ask them to pick who they would want you all to subscribe to, and here is the footage from that.
All of them. All of them. Actually, not this guy, but all of them. All of them. Every single one. I'll get myself checked.
Oh,
You
take
should all
that, we'll
subscribe to this channel right here. Don't worry about these other people. They don't matter.
Okay.
None of these other channels.
Can you wait? Are you able to select more than one?
Yeah. You can subscribe to all of them. Oh, except this guy. Don't
Okay.
worry about him. Anyways, question 13.
Krusty783. I think he should. The viewers absolutely should subscribe to Krusty. He makes great content. NinjaCole also makes some very good content. I really like NinjaCole. Bendo, fantastic content. I love Bendo. He makes some amazing videos. I love Bendo so much. His videos are so good.
I was gonna say I don't think I'm missing a Bendo upload. To be fair, I don't miss any of these uploads.
Oh, thank you. And all the viewers should subscribe to Weavy. He makes some very good videos.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I'm so sorry I'm not the best at keeping up with all of them because I'm quite busy. But the ones I have seen are very good. Please subscribe. Please, viewers, subscribe to Weavy. He posts a ton of good videos on his channel, like really high quality stuff, constantly. Like, please subscribe to Weavy.
Me when I lie. And you should definitely listen to what they've all said and subscribe to everyone who is involved because this was so fun. And honestly, I am so glad that I did get the opportunity to do this. And it's entirely possible because of you guys. So thank you guys as well. But like I said, I have been continuously teasing the presence of Krusty. And I promise he is in this video. But there is a very glaring issue when it came to his footage. And that was the presence of a certain recording software. I am currently in possession of an hour of footage of me and Krusty doing his quiz, but the problem is that none of it has audio whatsoever, and honestly that is a massive shame because there was so much good stuff within that hour of footage, and unfortunately it is basically unusable by all accounts. We honestly considered just having Krusty for another video or just not having him in any way, shape or form mentioned when it came to the quiz, but honestly I really didn't want to get rid of him when it came down to it, so stick to the end where Krusty does officially make an appearance. I do apologise to all the Krusty fans, it's just how it unfolded, and we didn't really want to give you a fake version of his quiz. But for anyone who is keeping track of the score, as it currently stands, he got question 1 incorrect, 2, 3, 4 correct, 5 incorrect, 6 incorrect, 7 correct, 8 correct, 9 correct, 10 incorrect, 11 correct, and 12 correct. So he is honestly doing quite well with the rest of them. So if anyone is keeping track, those are the marks for him by this point. But the second half of this quiz is where things get more interesting. This is where I put a lot more of the harder questions, and honestly, this is the half that made all of the difference. So, let's get back into it. Back to the quizzes.
Question 13. What is the second location raced through during the Ninja Ball run? All right, so Ninjago City, that's a no. Because that was the first location that they were in.
Okay.
I remember, because they started in Ninjago City.
Okay.
I think I know they finished in a desert because that's when they did like they flipped the switch and they flew. So I don't think it's Sea of Sand.
Okay.
Badlands or Birchwood Forest.
So, Sea of Sand was the desert. That was the last big stretch I remember. Ninjago City is where they start.
Okay.
Actually, no, the Badlands. There's 2 deserts, isn't there?
There
The
is
Birchwood Forest.
the Sea of Sand and the Badlands. They fundamentally are similar, but at the same time, there is very small differences that pull them apart.
I'm gonna say the Badlands is the one at the end because I remember that was the one with like the big ravine.
Okay.
But then Garmadon made that in the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say Garmadon did make that one.
Yeah, but that was like it's still like a Badlands seems more like of the climactic like ending kind of deal. Sea of Sand is like the opening.
Right. Okay. So it's not the city.
Mm-hmm.
Sea of Sand comes at the end.
Okay.
I don't know what the Badlands are. Okay, no, I see what the Badlands are. It's a bit where like I almost called him Ganondorf. Garmadon fires a cannon at like the vehicle, at like the ninja's vehicle. I think it's the Birchwood Forest. I think this was the second one.
Okay. Okay.
Because I think Lloyd gets eliminated here, and then he
Okay.
isn't in the Badlands, if I remember right. So that's my guess.
Okay.
Right. So okay, like I said, I'm gonna rule out Sea of Sand because, like I said, I'm pretty sure that's like at the end because that makes sense because they're in a desert whenever they pull the switch and they fly.
Okay.
Badlands, I don't remember Badlands or Butchword Forest. I do not remember either of these.
So,
Ah,
do you want
good.
like the description on the area so you remember where they are?
Yeah, just give me Badlands and Birchwood. Go ahead, throw it to me.
Badlands is like a fairly rocky area. Like it looks like a desert, but it's like fairly rocky by nature. And the Birchwood Forest is the forest where Zane's father lives. It's like that snowy forest where Zane like found his true potential.
Right. Oh wait, so was that maybe Badlands is like was at the end though actually because I remember seeing rocks like there. I'm like picturing the scene in my head and I remember seeing rocks. So maybe Badlands could be at the end actually.
Because I do remember the desert being a big part of it, and I do remember Birchwood Forest was definitely in the middle chunk.
Okay.
Badlands also had the canyons. I do remember that. So I'm gonna say Sea of Sand.
Okay.
As long as I'm not mixing these two up. Hopefully they named them appropriately.
I'm gonna go with Badlands. No, wait, no. Wait, no. I'm gonna go with Sea of Sand. That was my thing.
Okay,
I'm gonna say
okay.
Sea of Sand.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Sea of Sand. I'm gonna go with it.
This was actually another case of a 50-50 split, and I'm not really shocked by that. I mean, we have both Bendo and NinjaCole going for the Sea of Sand, which is the correct answer, whereas Krusty and Plastic actually went for the Birchwood Forest, which is the third spot on the race. So, unfortunately, they did get it incorrect, but it is honestly a very genuine mistake to make, and I wasn't surprised by it. The overall list does go Ninjago City, Sea of Sand, Birchwood Forest, Badlands, and then back into Ninjago City. Honestly, I am fairly surprised that anyone got that one.
Question 14. Which of the original 4 elemental dragons was the largest? Well, we all know who's the most iconic. It's definitely Shard.
True.
But
No one more iconic than him.
I want to say Rocky is the largest.
Okay, going off of the sets, right? Wisp, because I know Wisp has the biggest set.
Okay.
But I don't know if this translates into the show.
This is not based on the sets.
It was definitely Rocky. No, because all of the dragons are pretty similar except for Rocky. Rocky is modeled like very differently. Like he has like a fatter face,
Okay.
but like the rest of them are pretty much exactly the same.
Okay.
So I think it is Rocky. I'm pretty sure it's Rocky. I'm
Okay.
gonna go with Rocky. And plus that does make sense because they're the Earth, rock. That makes sense.
Okay. He's,
Rocky seems like he would be the largest, but I also feel like he's shorter for some reason.
Okay.
And then Kai seems like it could be the largest. I don't think it's Shard.
Okay.
Lame. This is like a coin flip for me at this point. I'm just thinking of the first episode of season 1 where they're riding the dragons. I'm gonna say Flame. I just have a weird. I don't know why.
Is it you got an inkling?
Yeah, I don't really have much of an explanation for it. That's just what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to guess. Okay, I am going to say Wisp because I can't think it was like I know Wisp. I know it's not. I know it's not based off of sets, but Wisp has the biggest set, and that's kind of like the only like thing I can really go off of.
This was possibly the best thing I ever saw in this quiz. The fact that Professor Plastic is the only one that got this question correct and got it in a completely different method is completely beyond me. On screen is the only reference to the dragon size that we got within the show. But the fact is that these dragons are near enough identical in size in the show as they are to the sets. So Plastic figured it out in a completely different way I never anticipated whatsoever. And like I said, he's the only one who got it correct for this reason, because both Krusty and Bendo both said Flame, and NinjaCole said Rocky. So, Professor Plastic, fair play. This is beyond me, and this is possibly one of the best things I've seen in a long time.
In season 6, Nanakon impersonated the ninja to get them arrested. But which ninja did he use to destroy Mega Monster Amusement Park? That would be Zane. I remember because he iced the railroad, and that's what made it derail. So yeah, 100%. That's Zane.
That was Zane. I remember that because he did like the Frozone thing on the ride, and he dismantled it. Luckily, no one was on it.
This one was Zane. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It was Zane. I know he freezes the roller coaster.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, this was me underestimating the knowledge that these guys really did have. They truly are legends because they all got it near enough immediately once they read the question. So fair play to everyone, they definitely had Skybound knowledge. But this honestly did expand into a further conversation with everyone about whether or not Narcon using ice power was simply a mistake or something more. Honestly, it was a very interesting debate. I just couldn't slip it all into the video. But yeah, it's just an interesting topic in general.
Question 16. How many Ninjago villains have a British accent?
I'm going to give you this. Named villains, specifically. Also, doesn't have to technically be main villain.
Okay, Pythor, I know he does.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think who comes after. Alright, Overlord, no. Garmadon, no. Overlord again, that's Overlord. Chen doesn't. Moro doesn't. Narcon definitely doesn't. Time Twins don't.
Mm-hmm.
None of the SOG have British accents. Ooh, Kilo does, because I think they changed his voice after like season 8, so I think he has a bit more of a British accent.
Okay.
After that, Asphera, no. I almost said Asphera because of Pythor as well, but like no.
No, she doesn't.
Unagami, no. Skulls. Ooh. Does the Skull Sorcerer... would I consider... No, I don't think Skull Sorcerer doesn't. I wouldn't consider him to have a British accent.
I can't even think of any that like have a British accent. Like off the top of my head, I'm thinking through.
Okay.
Does Pythor count as a British accent?
Yeah.
You think that counts? Okay.
He becomes so British in.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it does. But bloody who?
Oh, Pooey.
Have you seen that video? Like it's like we would like you to join the Council of the Crystal King, and he's like, no thanks. He's like, wait, what? And then it's like, who all have you got? Have you seen that video? Do you know what video I'm talking about?
I think I know where you're. I think I haven't seen.
Oh, I have to show you. Hold on. All right. Anyway, I'm just gonna throw in a random guess. I'm just gonna throw in 3.
Okay.
Just gonna do that.
Kalmar, yes. Kalmar definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're at what, 4? No, 3. How many do I? Probably 3. All right. Crystal King, no. Dragon's Rising ones too. Blacked, British old man, and he's a villain. So that's 4. That's 4 villains with a British accent.
I love Raz.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2.
Okay.
I really hope Kilo doesn't count, because my brain is like giving me a weird memory of his voice.
Okay.
But I'm not sure is entirely accurate.
Honestly, this was one of the more interesting ones to actually see, because everyone did find themselves locking onto both Pythor and Kalmar, but in the case of Bendo and Krusty, they stayed at only those 2, whereas, for example, Professor Plastic went over with 4, because he included Blecht, when in reality he is not acknowledged as British. But the only person who got it right was actually NinjaCole. He somehow guessed his way to 3, but in reality the only 3 acknowledged British villains, or at least British accent villains, are Pythor, Kalmar, and Kilo.
Which of these colors is not the color of a new ninja in Crystallized? Okay, I believe... Well, I know there's an orange one. There's definitely yellow. There's a pink, so I think it's purple, because one of them's not purple, they're magenta.
So I know there's a yellow one. There's a pink one, 1000%. You didn't put blue here because that's too obvious.
Okay.
Purple and orange. I'm pretty sure there's an orange one. I'm sure there's not a purple one. Yeah. No, there's no purple one. I'm going purple.
Okay, well, I remember pink.
Okay.
I remember yellow.
Okay.
I remember orange. I don't remember. Well, no, there was fuchsia, which I'm guessing purple and fuchsia are not classified as the same here. I'm guessing that's the trick. There's the fuchsia ninja, there's the pink one, there's the teal one, there's yellow, and there's orange.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say purple because there's no purple. There's fuchsia. And it's different.
I honestly am so surprised by this question. I didn't expect all of them to get purple so quickly because Krusty did as well. It was purple. It was a mix of me going for the nostalgia bait of the purple ninja, along with the fact that I did think some of them would forget about the fuchsia ninja. But no, they all got it instantly. This was so shocking to me. I didn't think that was an easy question. But in retrospect, I guess they're all clearly crystallized lovers.
18. How many Ninjago sets have released with the word bounty in the name?
How are you on this?
Okay.
I know that there's like, because I know that they release the bounty every now and then, like they interchange. I think I'm gonna throw out maybe like 5 times they've released the bounty.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking of like the land bounty from Hands of Time. There's also, I'm pretty sure the vehicle that they use in season 11, I think that's called the bounty, like something bounty.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 8. I feel like that's a good number. I feel like 9 and maybe too many.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 8.
How many Ninjago sets have released with the word bounty in the name? Right, so I'm going to tally this up, but I'm going to immediately guess 9, because there's been a lot.
Okay.
So, original Destiny's Bounty, right? After that, Final Flight of the Destiny's Bounty. After that, we get Destiny's Wing isn't one.
Okay.
After that, we get the Ninjago Movie Bounty.
Best bounty.
After it's alright.
Whoa! It's right behind me. No slander.
No, I have it as well. Fantastic set. Beautiful Lego set. Absolutely amazingly built boat. I just don't know if it's my favourite bounty. Yeah, I think the Temple Bounty is better than it. I can't lie.
I can't lie, I don't like the temple bounty.
You're going to die tonight. Oh! It's 7. The Legacy. I completely forgot about the Legacy Bounty.
But
I completely forgot about that one.
Okay.
7. I think it's 7.
Okay, interesting.
I hope I'm not missing one. I think it's 7.
Is that it?
I think that's my answer.
Okay. So everyone was going through, generally speaking, the same frame of mind when it came to figuring out what the answer was. So that is why some of them may be a little more brief than others, apart from Plastic's death threat to me for not liking the Temple Bounty. But the thing is that all of them actually ended up being wrong, and they all fell down to either one of 2 of the same downfalls. Either they didn't remember the Hydro Bounty and the Land Bounty specifically, I think that was where Krusty in particular went wrong, or if they did remember it, they didn't remember the 4+ sets. So in the end, the answer was 9. Honestly, that is a lot of bounty sets, but unfortunately, those little technicalities is what caused no one to get this one correct.
What type of movies does Master Wu watch on his VCR? Ninja movies. The old ninja movies he used to watch. He watches on his VCR or something like that. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's ninja movies, 100%.
Okay.
What's a VCR? Okay. Old ninja movie. It's old ninja movies.
Old ninja movies. I remember that.
Okay.
Because Cole was like, something about those old ninja movies that Wu watches on his VCR. Okay. Or no. It's like, Lloyd's like, what is this? Like, Cole's like, it's the thing that Wu watches his old ninja movies on.
Okay.
And then Lloyd's like, what's knowledge. A VCR? Yeah, I remember that.
I honestly did think that a one-off line from Season 12 would have been a lot more difficult than that, but all of them got it immediately again. That is so shocking to me, not because I didn't think they would get it, it's the fact that they all immediately hooked exactly onto the scene, exactly what characters, and exactly when and where. Honestly, I was shocked. I truly was. They know so much more than I ever would have anticipated when it came to this show.
Question 20. Which Ninjago wave does not include a set with a Master Wu minifigure?
Right, okay. I know this, right? It's the island.
Are you sure?
Yep, because the island minifigures, there's only 9 of them, which is all 6 of a ninja. Oh no, there's 10 of them. There's 10 different ones, and all the islander variants.
Okay.
Final Battle, Temple of Light, Dragon's Rising Season 1, Destiny's Bounty, and Sky Bounty's in the Tiger Widow Island set.
Okay.
So, the island.
All right, is my line of thinking correct? I can use my hint because we're almost done. So I'm gonna say it's either Dragon's Rising or Skybound. Is my line of thinking correct?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I was thinking, I think I actually own the entirety of the island wave.
Do you?
And because I remember it was like a smaller wave,
There's only 4
and I
sets.
wanted all the minifigs. Yeah, it was only 4 sets. And I don't think I remember there being a Wu minifig in any of them.
Okay.
Weirdly enough.
That
Even
is-
though he's kind of like a little important, I guess, to this
I mean,
special.
he's the reason the plot begins.
Yeah.
Would they include him?
I want to say the island, because to me it feels weird for him not being Skybound. It feels weird for him to not be in the final battle wave, too.
Okay.
So I'm going to say the island, especially because it was lower on budget. Obviously, they're not going to put all the characters. They didn't even put, like, Masako in the sets. She was also kind of important. They didn't put Clutch Powers.
That was always weird.
They just kind of gave us... They gave us all the ninja. They gave us, like, the island guys. And they kind of called it a day.
All right, here's my thing. So I could see Master Wu not being in the island.
Okay.
I could see that. But I could see him being in the island as well.
He's quite prominent
And-
for the island.
Right. But the final battle, that would be I could see that being the answer that you made the whole entire thing around. Because, like, yeah, you would think that Wu would be in the final battle wave. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I could see, like, wait, there's no Master Wu figure in the final battle wave? Well, that's a good question. No one will get that. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm kind of thinking right now. The final battle is a very interesting answer. Like, that one feels like if I was making up questions, that would be definitely a question I would ask if, like, I figured that out.
Okay.
The island makes sense. I'm gonna say final battle. I'm locking it in. Final battle. I'm locking it in.
Okay. But unfortunately, in the end for NinjaCole, he was actually incorrect. It was the final battle wave that did not include a Wu minifigure. And honestly, it is a good way to deduct it. I mean, the main thing is that Wu never actually changes outfits within the island, and we never got his Season 11 outfit outside of the Season 11 sets. So, Wu actually coming in the island, or not coming in the island, made a lot of sense. But the thing is that Krusty, Bendo, and Plastic all figured it out because they own the waves, whereas NinjaCole presumably doesn't. So, fair play for those 3 for deducting it using their own collections. I do rate that line of thinking. It's just unfortunate that NinjaCole didn't have that in front of him as well.
Who put Hanson Lloyd's bed when he joined Darkley's boarding school for bad boys? Okay, first of all, whoever did that absolutely deserves to be there. That is actually evil.
It was done on his
That is
first
like
night.
that's some supervillain stuff right there.
I don't think Nelson was in Darkley's boarding school. I don't think he's legally allowed in there because he is too pure. I don't think he was there. Okay, so Brad, maybe. Gene, Finn. Oh wait, maybe that's what. Yeah, wait, because I'm trying to remember. Because that's in the Double Trouble episode. Brad does something to Lloyd, and then that's when. Did he put ants in Lloyd's bed? I think he did.
I think that was Brad.
Okay.
I think.
Brad to the bone, you know?
Yeah,
What
because
a-
he was the one with like the. Was Brad the one with like the freckles and like the sniveling voice, the little evil kid?
I'll give you that. That's not Brad.
That's not Brad.
No. That is someone on the... That's one of the 4.
Okay, maybe not then, because I feel like he was talking it.
I have no idea, but the name Gene sounds evil.
Okay, okay.
It sounds like, Brad. It's like generic, like kind of bully type. But a bully's not going to put ants in your bed, you know.
All 4 of those
They're just gonna like
options-
take your lunch money.
I'm gonna say Brad. I think it might be Brad. I think Brad did that because I'm pretty sure it was like that time that Brad put ants in Lloyd's bed, and that's when he was like took me under his wing and showed me the art of revenge. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that's right. I'm going with that.
I think it's Gene. I think Gene's the one I'm thinking of
Okay.
with the freckles and the sniveling voice, and he's the one that
Interesting.
that leads that episode, or he like leads the kids,
Yeah.
and he has a little redemption at the end. I'm gonna say Gene. I think Gene was his name because I don't remember. Obviously, Nelson's the purple ninja. I don't remember him being there.
Hey,
That wasn't until
maybe
like
it was.
Skybound.
Yeah, no, Lil Nelson wasn't there. I just want him in the quiz. Anyway, unfortunately, BendoBricks was the only one to get that question wrong. Everyone else did guess correctly, being Brad to the bone. And Gene was the evil genius that was the most reluctant to be good within the episode. And unfortunately, it looks like Bendo did mix the two up. So it is unfortunate that he lost the point, but ultimately, it's just the fun of the quiz.
Which Cole food dish glued Jay's mouth shut? I remember this. It's the duck chowder. I remember this. I actually, or was it was duck chowder. Yeah. It's like I didn't see anybody complaining about my duck chowder last night. That's because it glued everybody's mouth shut, especially Jay's or something like that. It's like please don't make that again.
I don't think it's apple pie. Because Cole was always on like the stew and soup pipeline. He was always doing that. He never did pie.
Okay.
You cannot. Dragon's Rising will not gaslight me into believing that Cole is a pie fan. You can't. Dragon's Rising season 2, you won't get me.
I think it was duck chowder.
Okay. Do you remember duck chowder?
This is just a full-on like memory thing. This is the one that just triggers something in my memory.
It gets the brain going, does it?
The rest of these don't. That's my only description on that one. That's all I can get. That's my commentary for that one.
No, that's good.
That's all I got.
I think it was duck chowder. That feels like. Ooh. No, I'm gonna say beef stew. I'm changing last minute. Beef stew.
Okay.
I think it was the beef stew.
But unfortunately, he changed to the incorrect answer at the last second. It was duck chowder. Honestly, it was a very funny scene like everyone has pointed out. But ultimately, Professor Plastic did mix up the two answers. It is a shame. Honestly, he should have stuck with his instinct on this one. He is going to get sacrificed for that.
Question 23. Which villain vehicle made a cameo in Skybound? Okay, Destructoid, Warrior Bike, Vampire Wrecking Ball, Garmatron. Okay, well, definitely not Garmatron.
Destructoid.
It's like, it's in the background of a shot.
Destructoid, Warrior Bike. I could see the Wrecking Ball because they are in the Ed and Edna's like dumpster.
True.
So it could be there. They could have left it there, like either like as an asset or like they just left it there as an Easter egg. That could be.
I reckon it's going to be the Vampire Wrecking Ball when they go to that junkyard. I feel like Warrior Bike and actually no. I'm switching my answer to Destructoid because I think that's like rebooted tech, and they did have a lot of like tech from reboots just like lying around afterwards.
Okay.
So I reckon that was in the Skybound junkyard.
I'm gonna say the Vampire Wrecking Ball. I think that makes sense. That's the only thing I could think of. If it's anything else, I wouldn't know.
I'm thinking Ninjago because it's like a collection of a bunch of random stuff throughout the show. Yeah. But I don't even remember what the Destructoid is. I'm gonna be fully real with you.
It is that big rig that Crypto uses throughout season 3. It's the one with like that big massive chainsaw. Do you know the one that he uses to like shoot down the ninja when they're trying to escape Garmadon's monastery? Do you remember it? He like used it to destroy Nia's mech, Samurai X mech.
Vaguely, very, very vaguely.
It's a cool vehicle. I wish I owned the set.
I feel like I would have noticed the Wrecking Ball. That's a very iconic one. So I feel like Garmatron is definitely not it. But that's the only one I can rule out. Okay. Other than the Wrecking Ball, because I think I would have seen that. I would have noticed that. I want to say it's the Warrior Bike. That makes... Because that's like kind of an iconic... I guess more iconic. Easier to sneak in. They could throw that model anywhere. It wouldn't look out of place, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
It would be weird that it's there, but all of these kind of feel weird that they would be there. So
it's weird when you notice it. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
This was honestly the most interesting question of the entire quiz, because this is the only time where all of them had their own unique guess. Every single option was picked by one of them. So, in the end, who was actually correct? Well, it was in fact Krusty. He did select the Garmatron. He got it because he did remember the scene where it appears behind the bounty when Zane and Kai go to get it back from the impound lot. So, he's the only one who got it correct. But this is exactly why I wanted this quiz. See, seeing everyone form their own conclusion and all come to a different answer and justifying it at the same time was absolutely amazing to witness. So this is possibly my favourite question of this entire quiz for that very reason. Like I said, all of them having a different answer was so fascinating to me. But in the end, Krusty was the one who got this one correct.
Question 24. Which of these elemental masters share their voice with Wu? Ooh, no. I don't know this one, actually.
It's Neuro, because like I'm listening to his voice in my head, and it definitely sounds like Wu a little bit. I can hear Wu there.
You got rid of
Shade sounds way too
quick.
Yeah, Shade is way too like anyway. And Carla, I don't. I mean, maybe Paul Dubson has like really good vocal range, but I don't think he can pull off a Karloff.
He's got crazy range.
Yeah, no, I can hear it, like, because like specifically I hear like I didn't see that coming, and like it sounds like young Wu.
Okay, wait, I should know this. Okay, because I did notice this. Griffin Turner, Neuro, Shade, or Karloff. Well, it's definitely not Karloff or Griffin Turner.
You could have some crazy.
And Shade is like, Shade's got, yeah, dude. Paul Dobson is an amazing voice actor.
If I could ever interview any of the cast, I would like to interview Paul Dobson.
Yeah, he's
He'd be
great.
A really cool interview. If he's watching, he's not, but.
Oh, this is tough. I don't know this one. I don't really pay attention to like Ninjago voice actors as much as I probably should, because they do fantastic work off a show, but I don't generally like look at credits for stuff like this. Because I only found out that Zarx was voiced by like Michael Adamwaith like a month after those episodes leaked.
That was weird to notice. I didn't.
That was really weird. That was like. So this is like, wow, this guy's just choosing to do. Yeah, this man's just like choosing to do the super high pitched voice for Jake. Damn.
Yeah, literally.
I think it's Neuro.
You reckon?
I think I remember Neuro
Okay.
having a voice that I remember. I listened to it and I was like, oh, that sounds like Paul Dobson doing a different voice.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say I think Shade. I think Shade has a pretty like casual, chill voice. I reckon it's gonna be him.
Okay. But unfortunately, it wasn't in the end. It is, in fact, Neuro, and Professor Plastic was the only one who did get that incorrect, unfortunately. It is honestly just kind of down to the fact that Neuro does just sound like Teen Wu. It was a very important detail that you can pick up on that basically does give you the answer. So, ultimately speaking, it was a fairly nice one, a fairly good one if you remember that detail, but honestly, I completely agree with Professor Plastic's reasoning. Shade does sound like Paul Dobson, it's just not him.
Question 25. What iconic dance move has been performed by both Sora and Cole? Oh, interesting. So the robot, the floss, the moonwalk, and the windmill.
All equally iconic.
I think it was probably the moonwalk.
Okay.
I know Cole has done it,
But did Sora do it?
and I think Sora has surely done the moonwalk at some point. It's too iconic for her to like not bust out as a dance move, I think.
Okay.
So I'm going to lock that in as my final guess.
The moonwalk, because I remember Cole doing the moonwalk in season 2. I remember that because it was like. Doo, doo.
But does Sora do it?
That's what I'm asking myself. The robot. I don't remember any of these. Like the floss. I feel like
It's quite
they both did
reminiscent
the
of our
floss, and that's
conversation
what you would
earlier.
throw that in. Yeah, that feels like something you would throw in.
The moonwalk seems, because the moonwalk's the only one that I can pinpoint to someone doing.
Okay.
Because Cole did it, I remember it, but I don't think did Sora do. When does Sora dance? Because I know Sora like cheers and jumps and does funny little things. She does. Okay, she does dance in the latest season, in part 1.
When'd she do that?
When in the Jin episode, I'm pretty sure when her and Nia defeat Rocks. I don't remember any of these. I'm gonna put my money on Moonwalk because that's the only one I could pinpoint, and maybe Sora, like that's an easy thing for the animators to like do.
Okay.
Because I would remember if characters flossed. That's something everyone would remember.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the moonwalk. I don't really see Sora doing the moonwalk. I cannot envision that in my head, but I
Okay.
don't envision any of these either. The only thing that's coming to mind is the moonwalk.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the moonwalk.
And the moonwalk was indeed correct. It is the only time we've actually seen a dance move come up twice within the show of Ninjago. All the other ones were just pulled basically out of nowhere. But like they all said, Cole was in Season 2. None of them, however, actually knew where Sora did the moonwalk. They just guessed it was there. It is actually in Season 3, Episode 8 of Dragon's Rising. When she's a kid and she gets her headphones back, she moonwalks out of the frame. Honestly, I thought that was relatively easy, but it turns out it wasn't. I think I just remember that scene specifically because I think it was just a cool scene. But that is officially the final question, and that is all of them officially done. They all then did submit their quizzes, and we did actually talk through all their incorrect answers. And I won't really show you too much of that, because it's mainly me just talking about what I've already said you guys in these in-betweens. But I did go through it for the most part, and I will show you a couple of highlights in a moment. But I will say, and I've kept mentioning it, of course, the absence of Krusty. And again, I am really sorry for the fact that that happened. But let's go and speak to him right now. Alright, hello Krusty.
Hello.
You've been noticeably absent so far in this video. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I've recorded all my bits, and I'm very excited to see them in the video.
Yeah. It's me when I lie. No.
I hope no OBS trickery happens.
So I've definitely explained this at the start of the video, but this is a completed quiz of Krusty's because OBS hates me.
Everyone say thank you, OBS.
So we have salvaged the operation. We spent a while trying to figure out what to do. But this is the best bet because he needs to be in this video because it's fun. It's funny. I've got his clone in here. I need the original as well.
Yeah, you can't have the clone without the original.
So yeah, I want to once again apologize to all the Krusty fans and to Krusty himself because this is ultimately just really unfortunate when it does come to this video. But like I said, we just didn't really want to give you an unauthentic version of his quiz. We did contemplate him just doing the quiz with the exact same answers, but in the end it just never really made a lot of sense. So, like everyone else, I'm going to sprinkle in a couple of highlights where I'm going through the answers with everyone because it is quite funny to see the reactions to some of the questions they got wrong. But this does lead into a further point. I have got a lot of footage when it comes to all of these creators. This video at the minute, or where it's currently at when I'm talking, is an hour and 20 minutes. That is the length of only one of the recording sessions with one of the creators. I have cut a lot of conversations, topics from me and these creators just talking about Ninjago. So this is where I'm going to throw it off to you guys. Is there something you would like me to do with all of this uncut footage? I would like to release it to you because I just got rid of so many conversations about characters, seasons, certain things about the show. It is really fascinating stuff in my opinion. So if you do want uncut hours worth of me and these creators talking, let me know how you would like to see that, because I definitely think it's something that's worth showing to you guys because I did cut like 4 hours worth of stuff. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the highlights of the answers that they didn't get.
How is Klaus not a playable character in this game? I don't.
You think he was? Like, that's the weird thing. Like, it was released around Season 4. Like, they used the Season 4 outfits and everything.
I just assumed. I was like, yeah, obviously Klaus would be in this game, and it's like one of these two, but nope.
The assets were there.
Of course they got the 2 random snakes over Klaus.
It was Edna. Oh, so win.
It's in Season 1. It's
okay.
in the episode where we're introduced to the Fangpire. It's the first episode we're introduced to them. When they get bit and the ninja show up, you can very subtly see blood on their arms.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
Okay. I still can't see the scene, but I think I remember that. I remember seeing that. Yeah. Okay. If I was more familiar with those episodes, I would have 1000% got it. Yeah. I remember that now.
Yeah,
so,
I haven't watched Ninja Ball Run in such a long time. This one was like complete, like I had no clue which one it was.
So it's interesting because you were like relatively on a like alright path with it, but you got caught up at the end. I remember. So all of those are places that they race through, and
yes,
it's Sea of Sand because they immediately leave and they go into a set of canyons. And that's still, that whole section is the Sea of Sand. Then it's Birchwood Forest. So the Birchwood
Right,
Forest
okay.
is the third section. Because it goes Ninjago City,
damn
Sea of
it.
Sand, Birchwood Forest, and then
And
as
then
they
Badlands.
they go into the Badlands, and then it's back to Ninjago City. It's really interesting
Okay.
because they only actually race through 4 locations on Technicality. So I was like, I wonder if you'll
So
catch
weird.
it. You got the next one.
As for question 5, I got this wrong because I forgot that this was 2 bits. I thought this was just the season 8 bit where they go and ask the commissioner for help, and he mentions pirate genies. So it can't be robot pirate because pirate genies already mentioned. But as it turns out, he mentions robot pirates in 11, which I probably should have remembered, given I have a reputation for blazing that season. But it's been a while.
In retrospect, it is actually quite funny because I put robot pirates in there forgetting he says robot genies, or a pirate genie, sorry. So I put it in there not thinking, when in reality it's like just me like shifting the words basically. But that was a good one.
That is a good one.
I cooked up microscopic flying snakes at 2 a.m.
Microscopic flying snakes is peak. They should do that as a season.
Yeah, if they turn up now in the show, you know where it's from. This might make you mad.
Who's the third British villain?
It's Kilo.
Dude, of course.
Kilo.
I didn't know if that counted.
Kilo has a British accent. It's a loose British accent, but the thing
It's
is,
very loose.
he was also voiced by a British man.
Ah.
So he was just British through and through. He was intended on being British. So
How many of these 3 characters are actually voiced by British people? Do you know?
I don't know the answer to that question. I know Kilo is. I couldn't tell you when it comes to Kalmar or Pythor. I'd like to think Pythor.
Oh, well,
Go on.
Pythor, I'm pretty sure Pythor's voice, or Kalmar's voice actor isn't, right? Because it's Giles Panton.
Oh, so it was season 11. Oh, so
In-
when did he say it in season 11?
In his farewell message before he connects himself to the mech.
Oh, that makes sense.
But-
Oh, that makes total sense.
Yeah, for some reason, he just never says it before that point. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's the first time he
I
actually
mean-
says it.
Well, I mean, a lot of the Ninjago couples have a problem saying "I love you." You know, Jay and Nia didn't say it for a while, so Nia didn't say it to Jay specifically.
Yeah. All right. Question 22. I was considering Duck Child for this one.
It's the most abnormal one.
Yeah.
But
This one was tough. This one really was like, I had no idea.
he's like, yeah, I didn't see anyone complain about my duck chowder. Like, it's a very offhanded comment.
This one I got wrong because I assumed Ninjago City was being counted as the first location here, and I assumed the first location out of the city.
Mhm.
So the Birchwood Forest is the third one, right?
Yes. It goes
Yeah,
to
that's
Ninjago
why.
City, the Sea of Sand, the Birchwood Forest, the Badlands, and then back to Ninjago City.
Yeah, I kind of misunderstood the question a little bit.
That's all.
By the way, in that bit, you know when Garmadon creates the giant crevice?
Yeah.
Is that the same one we see in season 8?
That's
It has to be, right?
That's a hell of a theory.
That has to be.
Maybe? No, that makes sense. Because it does just kind of come out of nowhere, and they only race just outside of the city. Like
Yeah, like they're on the
same-
outskirts, like going in. Like they go straight into the city after that, I'm pretty
Like
sure.
the section that Garmadon does that in is the Badlands. Like that whole section they're in is the
Yeah.
Badlands, and presumably the Sons of Garmadon only just go outside of the city. Yeah, it has to be.
It's gotta be.
That's ball knowledge from you. That is crazy ball knowledge.
That's some Ninjago geography ball knowledge.
I would never have connected those two together.
This makes no sense to me. That was a building.
Yeah,
That turned into a building and got destroyed. You can't tell me that. How was that there?
It was sat behind a wall in the scene where they had to Kai and Zane, they had to go and get the bounty out of Impound, and it's just behind the wall. And I think the writers just
Yeah.
said they broke down. So
Which
who
again
knows?
makes no sense because it got turned into a building and got obliterated. But that's my fault for relying on logic for Ninjago.
Dang it, my intuition was not correct.
I
I should have went with the island.
it's funny. It's funny because he's
Uh-huh.
not on the islands. I can tell you exactly where he
Right.
is in each of these waves if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, rattle off.
The final battle, he's in the Temple of Light, and it's a non-canon outfit. It's a really weird one.
Okay.
In Skybound, he's in the Tiger Widow Island set. He's in that little blimp that's in the Season 6 intro. And he is in Dragon's Rise in Season 1 because he's in, ironically, the Destiny's Bounty set in his core outfit.
Okay. I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
How is it Garmatron? I do not remember this thing being in like Skybound at all.
In the
like I know I
scene-
said earlier, I have like elite ball knowledge of Skybound, but how was Garmatron here?
In the scene where Kai and Zane go to try and get the bounty back from the impound lot, there is a wall behind the bounty, and peeking just over that wall is the top of Garmatron. It is confirmed Garmatron because the writers have been asked about it, and they made like an offhanded joke saying like it broke down or something. I think Tommy Andreasen said it, and Garmatron is in the image. I'll send it to you afterwards.
Okay.
But Garmatron is there weirdly, and it's really funny because it's actually just the top of Garmatron just chilling out. But it's no longer time to waste any more time. Let's get into the final placement for all 4 of these creators for this quiz. And honestly, I questioned if you guys thought we were going to be faking this because it is extremely close. Between the last person and the person who won, there is only 3 points. I am not joking you. So, let's actually get into the actual rankings. Coming in at joint 3rd is actually Professor Plastic and BendoBricks, both coming in with a very respectable 19 out of 30. This honestly becomes a lot more funny as well when you realise that they both did the exact same thing, and they both could have won if they simply have selected to subscribe to them in the mid-zone. Here is the clip. But you missed out on a free point.
I did, but it was for the joke. It was for the meme. So we take those. We do it. We commit to the bit.
So the bit here was I was like, obviously, I'm gonna have to go back and take myself because I figured all of these would be correct answers. Except I was so pressed for leaving to work, I just forgot to go back and tick my name.
Will the 1 point make the difference?
If that 1 point makes the difference, I'm gonna crash out like on camera.
Professor Plastic, it did make all the difference because you're both in joint 3rd. You both technically did come in last, and you are the only one who made a condition, or more specifically a promise, if you were in this position, and I'm going to hold it to you until you actually do it. Here is the clip, so we have to keep you accountable.
If I am last, I will finish watching Chima. I'll have to for my friends because I have to retire from the Ninjago space, so I'm last in this quiz really, so.
Well, Professor Plastic, officially Chima YouTuber. The only one, I think, at this point. So there you have it, folks. We're going to be getting a Professor Plastic Chima review. That is officially going to be the case. But anyways, those are the 2 for joint 3rd. So let's get into 2nd and 1st place being, well, one of them is going to be Krusty and the other one is going to be NinjaCole. And for reference, there is a point between them. I'm not joking. One of them scored 21 out of 30 and the other one scored 22. And like I said, this is where they're going to realise where they placed in this quiz. So, coming in at 2nd place and the silver medal is NinjaCole. Honestly, a very respectable performance, and he was the first person who I filmed with, so it was really interesting to see this actually occur. Honestly, the bar was set very high when it came to his score, but in the end, like I said, he did actually get beaten out by Krusty with 22 out of 30. So, Krusty, you only are now realizing that you have won this quiz. Congratulations! You are the winner of the Ultimate Ninjago quiz, and you have won the gift that I said at the beginning. You can have anything within my limited ability at your own disposal. Also, you'll have top line in the description. But is this the ranking that you were expecting? I honestly would like to know if you were anticipating this being the ranking of everyone from this quiz. Because honestly, I didn't know where everyone was going to go. I thought everyone had an equal chance at scoring. And you can actually see it reflected. They all did get very similar scores to each other. And honestly, they did really well in my opinion. Because I created this quiz with the intention on it being a lot harder than it had to be. So the fact that they did get as much as they did, honestly and truly surprises me. So thank you, all 4 of you, for being involved. And I did ask you all one more question to close off the video. Do you have anything you'd like to shout out? Do you have anything you'd like to say to the viewers?
Watch those 2 Ninjago episodes whenever they legally. There's two season 3 episodes.
Watch all of season 3 part 2.
Yeah, ideally watch it all.
I mean, yeah.
Watch it all so they can keep making the show.
For legal reasons, I haven't seen it, but it's good.
Well, I haven't seen it. I mean, I don't know what a season 3 part 2.
What's Ninjago? You know?
What's a Thunderfang?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Who is that guy? Is he like a snake or?
Spectral Dragonians. I haven't heard anything about them.
Hey.
They're in the sets. I'm allowed to mention them. Subscribe to Krusty783 and subscribe to Crossbound. One of those is the Ninjago channel. The anything else channel.
Crustendo.
And Crustendo.
Obviously, you can watch my YouTube channel, BendoBricks, if you want to watch funny Ninjago video analysis stuff. I also make Monkey Kid videos on there.
Nice.
And we do Ninjago Cast on there now. So if you like Ninjago and you like listening to people, yap about it, you can do that. There's a bunch of Ninjago Cast.
I'm usually in the chat when you do Ninjago Cast.
Yeah, check it out. It's a fun time. We love hanging out with the community and just hanging out and talking about the show.
Nice.
Go on. Oh, go ahead.
No, go on.
I also have my music. You can listen to my Monkey Kid fan songs, BendoBricks on Apple Music or Spotify or literally any music platform, basically.
Okay.
And then you can also read my crystallized rewrite if you want to. It's on AO3. It's Ninjago Recrystallized.
I need to get to that.
Those are all my big things, basically.
Well, subscribe to my channel, Krusty783. I'm kidding. Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Professor Plastic, for my terrible takes. Follow me on Blue Sky for even more terrible takes. And also follow my friend Soggerly on Blue Sky, because he is the person who made my icon that you will probably have been seeing for this entire video. So massive shout out to him.
Okay.
Please go give him a follow as well.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
And his artistic skills.
Yes, great artist. Please go check him out. He's so good.
No, it's just just subscribe to all the other YouTubers. I have enough. I mean, you can threaten me you want. I'm not saying don't, but
I'm not saying don't, but also, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But again, above all else, I just want to say thank you to everyone who was involved in this video. You all are truly legends, and I hope you did enjoy yourselves. And to all the viewers, I hope you enjoyed this as well. This is a very long video, I have to say, but I definitely had so much fun making it, and this video has been months in the making as well. You have no idea how much I wanted to talk about this, but I just simply didn't. But it's now out, and I'm now happier than ever. And let me know if you did enjoy the video, and let me know any particular highlights, let me know if you got any comments about it. I would love to hear it. And above all else, let me know if you do want another one, because I love this so much and I really want to do another one in the future. But that is about it for today, you guys, and thank you very much for watching. Take care. Okay,